Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the variant for the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series 40th Anniversary Darth Vader Legacy Pack, which features the absolutely amazing 6-inch Darth Vader figure that we previously reviewed. And I'm not kidding you guys, this is an amazing figure. If you watched my review on this figure, we went through all the aesthetics, we did a comparison with the previous Vader, we talked about articulation, and we talked about the early bird backdrop display stand that the set comes with. So we're not going to focus on that here. What we are going to be talking about though is the variant, which I have finally tracked down. Now if you're asking yourself, well, what variant? Well, that's a good question, and it's actually something that a lot of the major collecting websites haven't really covered, and it's something that I first noticed when I saw a few people's Darth Vader figures online and saw that they were a little bit different from the one that I had in my own collection. And the difference is that the variant has these bolder red-looking eyes. When you look at the one that I previously reviewed, you can see that they still have a reddish tinge to them, but they're more of a darker brown color. So this is different, and it is very interesting because this is the Vader that Hasbro has used in all of their promotional images for this early bird legacy pack. It's also the one that they used at New York Toy Fair 2017 for display. So I ordered this pack online 4 times after I did my initial review trying to get this variant, and I got it from BestBuy.com, HasbroToyShop.com, ToysRUs.com, and Amazon.com, and I was very disappointed because none of them sent me the variant. So I was making my return to Best Buy, and after I did that, I walked through the collectibles aisle, and lo and behold, there was the variant right there. So I was very, very excited to track it down. So if you want to know whether or not this is the running change or this is the running change here, well, this is the original release. Hasbro originally intended it to have these more vibrant lenses. This one here is the running change. And the way that I can prove that to you is if you look at the production numbers down here on bottom, is it says 70121. Now, I still have 2 of these legacy packs here in my possession that contain the running change version with the darker lenses. And if you look at the bottom, this is 70681. That's a higher number than the other one. And I also have yet another one because I'm still in the process of getting all of these returned. So this also here has the darker lenses, and the number is 70591, which is also a higher number than our red lensed version right here, which is 70121. So that's how we know that this right here is the original release, and the one with the darker, less red lenses is in fact the running change. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this out of the packaging, and we'll do a comparison just to see how these figures look side by side. Alright you guys, now here is a side-by-side comparison of both variants of Darth Vader. And when you look at them one next to the other, it's a pretty big difference when you look at the color of those lenses. The one on the left is the original release with the much more vibrant red lenses, and the one on the right is the running change with the more subdued lenses. And when we get a little closer up to these figures, the difference stands out even more. Now, it is my opinion that the initial version on the left is more similar to what we see in Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, whereas the one on the right, the running change, is more similar to the Darth Vader that we see in Star Wars: A New Hope. It is very interesting that Hasbro decided to make this change. I think ultimately it was probably a change for the better, but there's just something about that initial release with the more piercing, vibrant red eyes that really grasps me when I look at it. I'm not sure that I have a preference at this point, and to my eye there are no other differences between these 2 figures except for the fact that the initial release, at least on my figure, has more stable ankle joints, which is really the only issue I had with my original version right here. The running change version that I reviewed previously is because the ankles are a little bit loose and he has a tendency to fall forward. That's not an issue on the initial version with the more vibrant red eyes. Again, it's a very interesting change, and now that we've been able to look at the numbers and compare the date stamps side by side, we know 100% that the more vibrant red-eyed version on the left was in fact the original release, and over time is going to be quite a bit more rare than the running change on the right. Now, as to where you can find the original release, it seems to me, based on videos that I've seen online and looking at eBay auctions, is that anybody that attended Star Wars Celebration in Orlando and bought the Legacy Pack from Hasbro directly received the vibrant red-eyed version. I have heard a couple of instances of people finding the more vibrant red-eyed version at Target. Like I said, I found mine at Best Buy. Your best bet is probably going to be to look on eBay and see if you can track one down with the vibrant red eyes. I do think that long-term, the more vibrant-eyed variant is going to have more collectability to it, so if that's a concern to you. If you find it, I probably would leave it in the box and don't take it out of the legacy pack. Of course, the only way I could do a proper comparison would have been to release it from its plastic prison and do my little comparison here for you. Alright you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this comparison of the initial variant version of the Darth Vader from the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series 40th Anniversary Legacy Pack and our comparison of it to the running change version. I thought this was really interesting stuff. This is the sort of thing that really fascinates me, especially when it concerns Darth Vader, who is my favorite Star Wars character, and particularly when it involves such an awesome figure like what we're dealing with here. This is one of Hasbro's absolute best. Whether you get the original, more vibrant, red-eyed version that appears to be based on Rogue One, or the running change version that appears to be based more on A New Hope, you're going to get an awesome figure either which way. But if variants interest you and you like the more vibrant red eyes of the initial version before the running change, then it might be worth your while to go back and see if you can track one down. I'm really happy to have both of these in my collection. I'm not sure which one is going to be my primary display piece. But again, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it to be informative and interesting. Alright my friends, that'll do it for this video. As always, please be sure to subscribe, like, comment. Check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm always posting Star Wars action figure pictures and doing Star Wars daily figure and all that stuff on Instagram. So be sure to follow me there if you're not already. And until next time, thank you for watching Victoria's Cantina. Bye-bye!